Hello, and how are you? My name is Mahin Dombark, and I welcome you to our 16th video of creating a complete e-commerce web application. In today's video, we're going to proceed from where we stopped at in the previous video. And you remember in the previous video, we were able to place a product into cart. So today, we're going to see how we can display the cart and also the customer being able to check out and submit their order. That's what we're going to do in this video. So I hope you're ready to do this with me. If you are, then let's go straight into business. So as you can see, I've already opened the project. Our template is here, and also the real project is here. And I've also loaded the project into Visual Studio Code, as you can see here. So we're going to resume exactly from where we stopped at in the previous video, right? So you remember in the previous video, you're able to click on a product and you're able to see the product details. Okay, so now you're going to see how you can add a product. I mean, we have already done also adding product with their quantities to cart. Okay, when I click there, you can see my product has added to cart successfully. And I select another product and I add it. You see, product has added to cart successfully. So how do we proceed from there? We are going to see. we're going now to display this cart. First of all, we're going to begin with this number. You should be counting the number of products in the cart. And also when someone moves their mouse here on this cart icon, we should show them the product that I've just added in the cart, the latest 4. So that's what we're going to do. So let us begin with the number, and then we come to this listing of the product, and then also we now complete by when someone clicks on expand cart, you see all the products in the cart. And then we proceed to the checkout like that. Okay, so let's begin with this simple number. So you can guess this number is in our head file. Okay, is in the head file. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the head file and find it, and then also implement the and then put the right number that is counting the products in the cart. So I'll come to our project, and then I look for head files, which are here. This is one. And then I can simply search for the 4, of course. So I can just simply press Ctrl F and rather than sign with the 4. So I will guess it will be I guess it is this one. Okay, this one. I've just searched this 4. You see, I think it's this one where there is a navbar drop down MS3, that one. So I think it is this guy. Okay, this one here. I've just searched for the 4. This one. Okay, let me try to change it and make it 41 and see if it will reflect. It is 41. So it means we are now here. This is where we're going to do what? It's where we're going to check. So let's go ahead and see how we can count the cart products. So I'm going to come here and count the cart products, so the products in the cart. But how shall we count them? So what we're going to do, we're going to put here maybe cart counter, or I can call it counter or anything. So I'll just simply put PHP, and I'm going to call it cart count. Okay, so that's the variable that we're going to be putting here. But I've not defined this variable, so I'm going to define it here on top. Okay, on top. So after requiring the 5 functions, we know this function will come with what? With the session started. Let us first display what is in the session, and we see what is inside the session, so we can see how we count the cart. So I just simply put echo and then put the pre-tag, and then do the print _r and then pass session. Okay, so let me die here. Okay, die, and we see. So save, refresh. So you can see we already have this item in cart. Okay, so we have an item called cart and in session, and is having an item with this ID, an item with this ID with the information of that product. That is good. So let's go ahead and do what? And let's go ahead and count the information in the dimension of cart. So if I come here and put session and I specify cart, So we'll be able to see only the products that are in cart, not the other dimensions. So let's go ahead and now count this. First of all, first check if it is set, because when the customer comes for the first time, it will not be set. Okay, so I just simply put if is set session cart. Otherwise, if you don't do that, when the customer comes for the first time and has not put anything in the cart, then your project will crash. If it's set, then I can just simply know that it is set, and then I can check if it is an array, like if is array, something like that, to make sure that we don't get errors. So I can now come and make this cart count by default to be 0. So if someone comes for the very first time, the cart count will be 0. And then if it is the cart is set and the cart items are in form of array, then I'll go ahead and count them. So to count them, I'll just simply say cart count equals to count, and then I pass the cart itself. Okay, the items in the cart dimension. So this one will be able to give us the number of the products in the cart. Then I'll delete these guys. So if I search it, you see I just put it where there was 4. It's where I'm displaying it. Okay, here. So let's go ahead and refresh. Things are beautiful. You see you have 5 products. So if I come and get this product and I add it to cart, you see they are becoming now 6. That is so nice. Okay, so we proceed. Now we're going to present here. We're going to display here the most top product, or the latest product, 6 products. 4 products that have just been added to cart. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can simply search this word, women, this, in header, because it is in head. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So I'll come to our head and then search. Okay, so I guess it is this one. So let me collapse here. So no, this is wrong file. So let me search. You see, it is this one. So it is here in the section called the cart drop down. So you can look for cart drop down. So this guy. Okay. So let me go ahead and we analyze it. So it is just multiple items. Okay, so you see the items they're just products in items. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the unnecessary ones and leave only like 1. So I can so we collapse these single items. Okay, so I'll collapse also this one, and then I go ahead and delete these guys. So I'm remaining with only one single item or one instance. So if I come and and refresh, I'll see there is only one item. So I'm going to loop the items in the cart, 4 of them, and then put them here. So let's go ahead and do that. But before we loop, we have to first check if there are some items in the cart, and also we have to check properly if there's some item in the cart, and also we check properly if we're going to loop before the cart is started. So let's first plan how we're going to loop. So if I come here, I'm going to put here the product, and then you see the total will be here. So it will be good if we check everything from top where there is PHP tag, and then we come here just to implement the logic. So let's do that. So after knowing that my cart is found here under the cart drop down, I'm just going to copy this word, so that when I come back, I should be knowing where I want to come, and then I'll search it. Okay, so I'll come here on top, and then after I'm going to just put here, just comment, okay, and put there just what I will search. I just want to put it there so that I should not suffer when I'm looking for where I was. Okay, so let us go ahead and put here our empty array that we're going to call cart items. Okay, so it will always be created. We're going to call cart items. Okay, cart items is going to be having 0. Okay, so it is having nothing. So these cart items will always be there. So whether a cart is initialized or not, it means it will always be there. So here I'm checking if the cart is created and if the session of cart is there. So you see the cart is here. And that's how we get the number. So I'm going to loop and copy, or I can simply copy the item in this cart and put them there. But let me go ahead and loop so that I get all items and I'll be able to calculate the what? The total. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let us go ahead and first see how our cart is organized. So I'll copy only this cart section only, and then I put here echo, and then I put a pre-tag, and then I put a semicolon and do a print R, and then paste the cart there, and then die. So there we're going to be able to just preview what is inside the cart and how things are organized. So it is just a item ID and then the cart information like that. So I'm going to copy these things and I put them in this array that will always be created, and then I will also be able to do what? To calculate the total. So let us go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this guy here and then go ahead and do a for loop, a for each loop there, and then this will be the key, and then I can call this one maybe item something like that or anything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I want to calculate also the cart total, so let me also create a variable that will always be created or no matter what, cart total, and then I initialize it to 0. Okay, so I'm going to calculate the total here. Okay, so I'm going to try to calculate the total. So how can I access the total? I can access the total by simply coming to price here. Okay, or can say buying price, I don't know. Okay, let us consider the price. Okay, so I'll just simply say total equals, plus equals, and then you put item, and then it is an array price. Okay, price. There I'll be able to add or increment the total, add the total and get the total sum. So after that, the next thing, I'm now going to copy these elements and put them in this array. Okay, in this array. So I'm just going to say cart items equals to item. But you know, if I do like this, then it will be assigned to this one. So if I want to push, or I want to add this item into an array, I'll just simply put these square brackets in front here, so it will be added there. But as we say that we want only 4 items, but if we don't put the condition that we'll get for us 4 items, what does it mean? It means everything is going to be copied into the cart. So how can we do in the way that only 4 items should be put there? I can create here my counter. I can call it maybe my cart counter equals to 0. Okay, so I come and say cart counter plus plus, and then I say if cart counter is less than what is, or I can just simply come and put this guy in bottom here. So if I say if cart counter is greater than 4, okay, or 5, you should do what? You should continue. So I write here continue. So it means that this cart counter will increase until it reaches 5. Until it reaches 5, until it reaches 6. So it reaches 6, 6 is greater than 5, it will continue. It will not go ahead and add this item into the cart, or the temporary cart counted item that we want to present in the array. You get it, eh? So we'll go ahead and copy a single item because I don't want to come back and I see what is in the cart. I'm just going to copy this guy temporarily. And then I think there everything is now okay. So let us go ahead and refresh. Everything is beautiful, apart from price. Okay, let us see why these guys are complaining about price. So let me go ahead and put here a pre-tag, and then try to dump everything in this item and die here, and we see why there is that complaint. So let's go ahead and refresh. So it is, we have to first point in the pro array. Okay, you have to point in the pro array first, like this. It has to be like this first, pro, like this. Then we go ahead and access the price. So let's go ahead and do that here. So we'll just simply come and put this guy first. go into the product, and then the other one is a category. So let me delete this. Now if I refresh, everything should be okay. So that is beautiful. Now let's go ahead and now display those 8 items here. I have already lost my things that I wanted to copy. Let me do like this first, and I copy these items, okay, and then come back. Okay, so everything is okay. Now these items, I'm just going to temporarily put them here, okay, so that I can create just a temporary file and I see how my things are organized. So after doing that, let's go ahead now and search our cat drop down where it is. So I'll search cat drop down, Ctrl F, cat drop down, it is here. Okay, cat drop down is here. So this is our item that we're going to loop. Okay, so let's go ahead and put first open the PHP tag, PHP question mark there, and come and put for reach. Okay, for reach, and then after I'm going to close this tag from here, and I close the PHP tag from here, and then I open another PHP tag in the bottom here, and I close the tag that I just opened on top like this. So between here, so I'm going to put an item that I want to repeatedly loop, so which is this one. Okay, you first copy it. So now it should be showing everything. So if you come and refresh, so at least you should see what is it again? Sorry. We put here wrong variable name. It's supposed to be this guy, okay? Cat items, this one, eh? Yeah. So I'll go ahead and remove this word variable and put cat items. So if I refresh, now you should be able to see the items are there, okay? I think there are 5. You can put as the one that you want only, no problem. So let's go ahead and put the right name, the right price, the right quantity, and the right photo. Let's begin with the photo. So begin the photo. So I'll come here where the photo is. Where the photo is, let's look at it. Let's look for it. The image, it is here. Okay, IMG. This guy here. So let's go ahead and put PHP tag like this, and then let's call our function that gets for us a product photo. How can we get that function? It is here. Okay, it is in our files of function. Get product thumb. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this guy who gets for us a what? A product thumb. So we just give it product photos. Okay, so I'll copy this guy, then I come here and I put equal sign and I call the function. So what am I going to give it? I'm going to give it here, I will call it, let us put here also maybe pro. Okay, so it should sound standard. And now we know it is pro. Then I have to pass here, let us call it item. Item. So I'll have to pass here item. Then in the it has 2 dimensions. So the first dimension will pass pro. If you still remember how our things are organized, the first dimension is that of product, and the second dimension that of category. So we pass pro, and then we access the what? These photos from here like this. So I first pass pro, and then access the photos dimension from here. So like that, we should be able to get the photo thumbnail. Refresh, and we see everything is beautiful. You see the photo thumbnail are there. That is beautiful. Okay, that's beautiful. So next thing, we're going to put now the name. You see the name of the product, this guy. So let's go ahead and do that. So I will come and look for the name of the product, which is here. Okay, so how can I get the name of the product? We'll just simply come and put PHP, name of the product, just open bracket, question mark, equals to, and then you close the bracket like this. Okay, so in between here, I'm going to put the name of the product. So you can access the name of the product by just simply saying the item, this guy here that we are looping, item, and then specify pro, and then specify the dimension that you want, the name. So that's how I'll be able to access the name. So if I refresh, you can see the name has come accordingly. So maybe the name is too long, you can do some, you can truncate it, okay, but just simply put sub str and pass the string, and pass, maybe it should begin from 0 up to maybe 10 letters, 16 letters. So let's see, refresh. The name is becoming too funny, you see. Maybe I can do 20, and then I add here some dash dash dash, something like this, okay. So there, it does not mess up with our UIs. Okay, so no problem, you can increase according to what you want. Let's do 25 and we see, refresh. Okay, no problem. So after doing that, I'm going to now put the price, okay. So how shall you access the price? It's going to be almost the same thing. So just simply put here question mark equals to, and then question mark. So go ahead and put the item, and then specify the pro, and then specify the price, okay. So there we'll be able to get the price. Refresh, everything is beautiful, the price is there. The quantity, so you know where we put the quantity, if you still remember. Where did we put the quantity? We put it here on the top of the item itself. So let's go ahead and put the quantity. So we put here times, and then you put here question mark equal sign, like this. So let's go ahead and put item, and then we put the quantity. Here I don't need pro because we put it on top, if you still remember. You see? So there we'll be able to know how many things someone added in their cart. Okay, so like that. So times 3 times what? It's beautiful, eh? So after doing that, now let us go ahead and put the total price. So the total price, one thing that we forgot to calculate the times quantity. You know, we forgot to calculate that. Let's go and fix that. So I'll just simply come here. The total price will be the item price times its quantity, times its quantity. So the quantity, you don't need to specify the pro. Okay, like this. So there I will be able to get the total, cut total. Refresh, everything is beautiful. Okay, everything is beautiful. Now let's go ahead and put this subtotal. So I'm going to say subtotal. I just search it, I think it's the only word there, subtotal here. So I'm going to come here, put question mark equal to, and then I put the variable subtotal. Remember, I've already calculated on top there, and to always be there. Refresh, subtotal is there. Okay, subtotal. So you see this price also 265. I'm also have to update it so that the customer should know how much they have just placed in their cart. So come and search 265. That is the guy here. So come and put question mark equal sign, close the tag, and go ahead and put here the cart total. So every time a customer adds, he'll be seeing how far they have gone. So if I come here and I click there, so this is the product. So if I add maybe 2 pieces, add, so you see customer, it has increased and the number has increased. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and show the most latest. So if we want to show the most latest, we have to do what we call array reverse. Okay, so how can we do that? We have to do what we call array reverse. I can do it from top here before I start looping, so that the customer should be seeing the most latest thing they have added. So it's called array reverse. Okay, and you have to receive it, by the way. You don't just take it like that. You have to receive it like that. So there, it will be showing the most latest product that you've added. So you see, you last added the watch. Let me add this this trouser. I'm going to add maybe 5 pieces. Refresh, so you can see the last one that we added. Is it working anyway? Refresh. Was it added? Let me add. Okay, I had first click on it. Click on the trouser, click on 3 items, add. Why is it not adding? Refresh. It's not showing the most latest. Yeah, it is already there. It is already there. That's why it is not showing. So it was already there. Okay, so now let us look at this item. You have to click on it so that you can see its details. That is, we're going to waste our time. Let us look at removing item from the cart. Let's go ahead and do that. Where there is remove, sorry, let us go ahead and search for cart counter. It will be the same section. Cart total. Okay, so let us come here and we remove unnecessary things. For example, this HTML has to point at the what? At the product. So it's going to be product dot PHP question mark ID equals, then you put the ID of the product there, equals. So let's go ahead and put the ID of the product, which is going to be pro, then ID, so that when someone clicks there, it should be taken to the product itself. Let's refresh. So when you click there, you're taken to the product. I'm not in the right place. But you can do that. So I hope that's how we browse the product. Yeah, it's product. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the anchor tag there. It is this one, I think. Okay, refresh. Now if I click there, I'm seeing a warning, undefined variable. That's supposed to be, sorry, what have I done? Is it pro? It's item. It's called item, not pro. Okay, refresh. Yeah, click there, you'll see the product that you added. Let's work on the logic of removing item from the cart. So it's going to be also a process. So I'll come and duplicate our cart process, this guy here. Okay, cart process. So I'll come and Ctrl Shift S, be like saving. So I'm going to call it cart process remove. Okay, remove. Okay, so that is our cart process. First of all, you're going to send the get, okay, of ID, and then after we'll go ahead and remove it once you have the ID. Let me first see if this ID has really come by just simply putting die and then die with the ID like this. So let's go ahead. The name of the file is cart process remove. Okay, so let's go ahead and come to our header and come where there is the remove icon. You see this guy where there is this remove icon, So it is before the photo button. It is this one. I think this is the guy. Okay, so we're going to change it from button to anchor tag. So let's go ahead and search it and change it to anchor tag, and then put the href. So href, we can copy. Okay, let's go ahead and do our href ourselves. Href equals to cart process remove.php question mark ID equals to, and then you put the product ID. Okay, so I'll copy this guy and put it here. So there we'll be removing the product from the cart. Refresh. Now click here, and then if I come, when I click on remove, you see I'm able to reflect this guy. So you know how we're saving item into cart. If you still remember, we're just refreshing them by their IDs. Cart process add, you see, we're just putting cart, then the ID, and then that one. So we're going to unset something like that. So I'll come to now our remove process file. The first thing I check if it's set. If is set to avoid errors. If is set is set, and then I check if that guy is set, and then I go ahead and check if again is set, is set this guy now the exact item, and then I'll go ahead and unset. Okay, unset, or you can first put there a null and then unset it. There will be sure that that specific place was removed. So I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Let me see if everything is reaching here before I say everything is okay. You see, it's not reaching there, so it could suffer. So what is the problem? If is set session cut, I think that is okay. If is set cut, then the ID. Let's see. If we are reaching here, refresh. Yes, we are reaching there. So if is set session cut and then the ID. Yeah, like that. It's supposed to be like that. Let us see. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. I don't know why it's not reaching here. Let us first see if everything is there. So I'm just going to put print. Let us first convert this guy to ID. Int. Just convert to integer. I don't think that's the problem. It is not reaching here. Don't know why. Let's first remove these others, and then I put here product removed from cart successfully, and then we direct back the person back to the shop. This guy is going to give us error. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, so refresh. Product removed from cart successfully. Let me remove this one also. It is not removing. Okay. Let us see how our cart is organized. Let us see how our cart is organized. Okay. Let us see how our cart is organized by just simply putting here echo and then the pre-tag, and then we dump everything and then die here. So let me first comment. Okay, let us first refresh. Remove this guy. You see our cart. Oh, so we're having here 0, 1, 2, 3. They are not product IDs as how we expected. Unfortunate. Okay, no problem. Then it means you are going to pass the index, not the IDs. Is that going to become problematic? Let's pass the index. Yeah, let's pass the index. So we'll come back here. We'll come back here to product header. So instead of passing the ID, we are going to pass the index, but that's going to become problematic. But no problem. So here I'm going to loop and see the product that has the ID that they have sent to me. I'm going to pass still the ID, but I'm going to look for the product that have the ID, and so I'll remove them. So here I'm going to go ahead and do for each, because it changed to the product IDs when we were adding it. So I'll do for each, and then here we can maybe say V, and then let us look at how the V is looking like. So which is going to be print _r, like that. Let me die here. Okay, refresh. So that's how our V looks like. So I'm going to compare if pro ID is this. So I'm simply going to say if the V with the pro ID pro, and then ID is equal to the ID that have been sent to me. So there I'm going to print and see if I can reach there. Yeah, you see, now it's the product. Now I want to unset that particular session. So to unset that, I can just simply say session and then say unset, and then I put a specific, and I put here the key, okay, this key, so that I should be pointing. I hope that will not mess with our loop. Okay, so let us go ahead and refresh. For the first time to show, the second time it should not show. Yeah, it did not show. So that is how we'll remove an item from the session. Let me go ahead and remove these unnecessary things and these unnecessary things. Okay, and this. So that's how we'll remove an item from the session. Then we redirect to refresh. So they are now 6. Click there, they are now 5. I click there, they are now 4. That's beautiful. So I can even remove an item from what? From cart. That's beautiful. So let's go ahead and display now the cart details. How about the time? The time has really gone. So let us proceed. In the next lecture now, we'll go ahead and display now the cart products here, and then also going ahead and do what? And submit the shipping. That's what we'll do in the next class. Okay, but for this class, we have just learned how to display these cart products here. It was not too much, but hope you learned. I hope you learned. So please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and tune in the next lecture. Make sure you practice. Make sure you don't give up along the way until we perfect this thing to 100%. So see you in the next class. Bye bye.